The ultimate woman repellent, League of Legends for men. Look, we're just trying to convince them to shower, okay? Hello everybody, welcome back to another video for the day. Now we're diving right back into r/justneckbeardthings, you know, the good old content that we all know and love. It can smell through the internet. But beforehand, be sure to like the video, comment down below during the video if there is something you would like to discuss, and afterwards consider subscribing and turning on that amazing Taco Bell notification bar. Thank you, let's get right into this. Let's go. Oh hey, you're kind of cute. Blushes. Oh god, I did not know neckbeards could do Tinder. Forgive me, milady, for my veracity, but your radiance humbles me. Hillay's Moonlight Sonata on my accordion. Hey, that's my background music. Shut up about it. Oh, you didn't know I could play, did you? I bet there's a lot more you didn't know about me. Nuzzles head in your lap. I think this is going well. Ooh. I'm sorry, just every time I play that back, the whole low voice ooh thing, it just... Swipe right if you dare, but it might just change your life. Gemini girls preferred, looking for something real. You know, the thing is, whenever I do any of these voices, the really low ones, I am not like that in like real life whatsoever. I got those suave and smoothest of the boulder from Indiana Jones.
You know you've got that thing that makes the girls all swing.
It was either that or the guy falling over onto the chair in the bathroom. It was just, I don't know. When you have to pay a girl to go to prom with you, wait a minute, that's not how any of that works. Why, hello there, madam. Tips Fedora. I was looking through your profile and I couldn't help but notice you look ravishingly beautiful. The girl? I don't even know who you are. Okay, little pro tip, if your voice sounds like that and it was not your intention, you might want to go to the doctor. But yeah, there will be people just basically saying, I've seen you from afar and I've gotten a great interest in you and I would like to get to know you and hopefully you like me too. But yeah, we haven't talked any bit. Hi there, you don't know me, but let's go on a date before I send you a dong pic. I'm not questioning his attire aside from one thing. Boy, why ya socks on the outside? I mean, look, when it all comes down to it, you do you when it comes to your choice of clothing, but let alone if you wear something like that, and especially if you do the socks on the outside, people are going to have opinions of those things. Same thing applies to that little manga hoodie that we've all known to associate it with the neckbeard. Neckbeard's when a girl blocks them instead of becoming their girlfriend after they lick her in chat. What do you mean I can't become your boyfriend after a simple lick in the chat? Well, if we're going by my superior intellect and common knowledge of that superior intellect, I must try licking again. That's really how it works. That's how persistent they is. You know, the more I see these things, the more I kind of realize that the people at the conventions who have these vehicles on the convention floor are actually invited, so they're kind of recognized for putting in their hard effort into these vehicles. Whereas, most of the time, the ones that we see that we dislike are the ones where somebody thinks they can just slap as much off-brand stuff on the window as possible and call it a day thinking they've accomplished something with their life. I don't know, give your 2 cents about it in the comment section below. Women having a good time. Incels. Anger. That can't be an incel nor a neckbeard. He's wearing a formal tie, but he is an absolute unit though. Mountain Dew Margarita with a Slim Jim. There's a lot to digest here. Yeah, you're not kidding. No pun intended, huh? It's gonna be worse than going to Taco Bell at 3 a.m. with a rocky stomach. I would happily have both a Slim Jim and a Mountain Dew, just not at the same time, and not one has a garnish for the other. Hi, how are you? Or ignore me. You're pretty cool, I guess. Get over yourself. Twat. Yep, because that's definitely the route to go. In case she doesn't respond within the first 30 minutes, berate her. That'll definitely get her to go with ya. Huh, the Uwu Manifesto. Well, it was nice being Ligma free while it lasted. To woo the communists and to woo the politicians as a show. I can't read. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna read this. Pause it, read it. I'm not. Next. Why do people keep telling me I'm so nice? I promised I'm a whole but douchebag. I don't like being known as a nice guy. Shaking my head, I just learned basic politeness. Guess I'll just intentionally start being rude to people. Oh, sweet Jesus.
All right, I gotta leave, okay?
John, we just started. Come on, man.
Listen, there's a lot to see in this life. I'm not wasting it here.
Why are people so obsessed with the thought of an afterlife? Why are people so scared of the thought that when you're dead, that's it? Nothingness, like turning off a computer. That fear is super immature to me. I hope you catch the most viral case of this STD and the most violent case of this other STD, and then I hope you have to watch your children murdered before your eyes in the most graphic way possible. Frick you and your whole fricking family. Okay, I'm gonna guess that is a very long way to say she said no. But yeah, you know, blasting it on Facebook is the best way to handle it. Definitely shout it out to the public so everybody knows that you got rejected and you can't handle rejection. Pardon me for asking, but how would you feel about being around what the internet usually calls the forever alone sort of guy, i.e. rather unattractive and thus, nervous and inexperienced at best, but also kind of desperate for, attention. You see yourself as unattractive, but there is always someone out there who is gonna find you attractive, and I'm not sure what your questioning is really asking. What do I feel about being around them? I mean, they are people too, right? They deserve the same respect as everyone else. Response to appearance, I'll send you a photo by PM if you want. Winky face. I appreciate your answer. Let me elaborate though, if I may. For folks like me, who generally wouldn't get looked at even once by, shall we say, young ladies of significant aesthetic sophistication, even if the male person in question had lit their hair on fire immediately prior to the non-encounter. For us folks, the idea of even having a date with someone like you is somewhere around the idea of winning the lottery for the first ticket bought in our entire lives. A night in the bedroom seems entirely unavoidable. Remember the line from Billy Joel's "It's Still Rock and Roll to Me"? Don't you know about the new fashion, honey? / all you need are looks and a whole lot of money? Yeah, that. So what I was quietly feeling around towards was, how correct is that sort of view? Would you, if someone of my presumably apparent shape and stature were to approach you and request a night of, intimate company, having had none before, and believe me, this would particularly for me an act of almost literally otherworldly courage, would you accept or snort, turn up your nose, and walk off laughing, or silently insulted? I swear, I think I just did a British accent by accident. I'm sorry if that is fake as can be or not. Just don't hit me at it. First off, I would never be snobby like that. If anything, I would be so confused and flabbergasted that someone expressed their interest in me. If I was not interested, I would have politely declined. Or just be super uncomfortable. Like, if someone hit on me at work, I'm at work, so I can't really get away from a customer that I'm helping. I'm literally trapped, and I have no choice but to stand there and accept whatever the person says to me. Sometimes I wish I could look at the customer and say, would you say that to your daughter, your mother? Then why would you speak that way to me? Okay, that's reasonable, although of course I was presuming appropriate context. I suppose I shouldn't have. Another sign of just how little knowledge / experience I have with the stuff. Blush. You know, the one thing I took away from that is that sometimes you just have to look past somebody's appearance and try to get to know them in person, and if not, then you either have a choice of walking away, or in a situation where you aren't able to, you just have to deal with some of this stuff, and that's how I've sometimes dealt with people while I'm at the register at work, because yes, I'm a cashier at a retail store, so I have had the weird situations where I'm stuck in a basically 4x3 box having to listen to somebody's pity story, and it usually winds up with me having to tell them, hey, we need to get this line moving, and then I have to call for backup, which is lovely because they don't recognize that other people exist on Earth. Me taking my PC to repair, the PC repair guy, my waifu paper, hey, just be glad it's a simple character. You're dealing with a neckbeard, it could be 10 times worse. Greetings, traveler. I see you're looking at my goodies. Do not be shy, kid. Get what you need. I'm gonna get out. You know, now that I think of it, the anime cars are not that bad. This is also a prime example of what you should not do with a car, because I'm pretty sure that is Plastidip on the bumper and pretty much over the entire thing. Jesus. I don't mean to throw Plastidip into the ground. I have seen some Plastidip that are actually really nice, but more of the times it does come out bad. I'm more of a vinyl wrap person myself. Please, God, make this loneliness end.
Have you considered lowering your standards?
Lonely as it is, then. You know, neckbeards, nice guys, incels, you just gotta love them. They want a 10, but they themselves are a -3. Would you sleep with a guy who wears these things? Oh joy, it's BuzzFeed. Real talk. He's great looking, but he showed up to your second date wearing a fedora. Would you sleep with him? Yeah, sorry, signs say no, and it looks like this post might have been made by a neckbeard himself. Now, I guess it really does come down to whether or not this is some type of theme date. Like, are you supposed to be the neckbeard meme as a date? That might be some excuse to be okay with wearing a fedora, but most of the time, if you showed up to one and it was your own decision and it's not a meme date, run for the hills. Because you can guarantee he's also probably got a wooden katana and a trench coat in his vehicle. The mainstream media is literally turning me into the Joker. You're watching it in real time. I'm sorry, I saw Joker, loved the movie, never understood how it could resonate with neckbeards whatsoever. If there was any scene in that movie whatsoever that any bit hinted or made me think of neckbeards, it might have been the little phrase, "you wouldn't get it," when he was being told something. I don't know. Maybe it's their high IQ intellect. I can't understand the inner workings of the Joker. This Just Neckbeard Things video is sponsored by Society. And with that, that is going to have to be it with the video. If you would like what you had seen, be sure to power slam that like button, comment down below what you liked about the video, and consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.